If everyone's decided, let's hear your answer now. I'm going back to Silverant. I talked it out with Mythos. He's not happy, but he understands. Plus, I promised you I'd stick around for the long haul, Lloyd. I will do the same. Silverant is about to embark on a long rebuilding effort. I suspect there will be a need for a few good teachers. I'm on Team Silverant, but you already knew that. I said my goodbyes to everyone in Mizuho this morning. What about you, Mr. President? I've left the company in George's hands. I ask that you allow me to aid you in assuring that the tragedies end with Alicia. I fear my strength is limited at best, but what strength I have, I offer to you, Lloyd. I will. To be honest, it is still unclear to me which choice is correct. But one thing is clear. If you had not come into my life, time for me would remain at a standstill. I will give what remains of my newfound time to you all. Zelos? Seriously? All of you? Wait. Oh, I was trying to be serious, and then that wording though. All of you are choosing to exile in some backwater on purpose? I take it that means the minute the worlds separate, there will be no more need for the Chosen. I'll be a free man. May as well explore my freedom in the arms of all the honeys in Silverant I've yet to meet. Then we're all together? Seems that way. Alright, let's go, guys. We've got a world to cut into. And I have a planet of primitive barbarians to try to civilize. Stop with the primitive barbarians already. Oh, that made me smile. Oh, that made my heart feel things. Alright. Hey guys, MasaeAnela here, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of Symphonia. In the last episode, we fought the Summon Spirit of Shadow and tackled the last bit of the not Shadow Temple, the Temple of Darkness. I don't know why I keep saying Shadow Temple. It just comes natural into me for some reason. But beyond that, we also visited all the different parts of the world to see who would be saying goodbye, or rather to just learn a little bit more about the characters in general. So that was really sweet and very heartwarming. A couple of things I questioned, like why the frick can't Mythos just come with us? He doesn't have anything left here. He was in Ozette, completely stranded from everyone else, and everyone, that whole town is gone. He's pretty much just drifting along. He has more ties in Silverant now than he does in Tetheala. That's a little bit weird to me. That wasn't something that they addressed. Beyond that, not really much to say, but I will mention in that last cutscene that, you know how they mention, hey, a little distance can't change friendships? As someone who has had a lot of friendships throughout the world, and so many friendships with people that I've never even met, people that I consider myself so close to, and that I know in my heart that they're always there for me, but there's so much distance, and we've never even really met, and it's a weird feeling to see the same kind of attitude reflected in this game. And I don't know, that's a cutscene that kind of strikes home for me a little bit. Just that one line that Colette says, where she says that we're friends. A little distance can't change that. It resonates with a lot of my attitude that I've had ever since childhood, ever since I was just a wee child, and a lot of people that I considered family were scattered everywhere in other parts of the country and even in other countries. It's an interesting thought, and it's something that I just kind of wanted to bring up before we kind of moved on from that sentiment and that cutscene. Beyond that, I will say that we are going to the Summon Spirit of Light, and as you might guess, we are going to have a lot of holy elemented things. So if you so want to have a little bit that's... Oh, that's not... Wait, where do I get stun charms? I went to the wrong place. Oh shoot, I went to the wrong place. Guys, the stun charm is sold in Altamira. I jumped the gun on coming to Silverant. Whoops. Whoops, that kind of sucks. Well, I'm too lazy to go back to Altamira. But in case you were wondering, and in case you wanted to... Well, maybe I should. Maybe I should go back. You know what? Fine. I'll go pick up a few. Why does this always have to troll me every single time? Anyway, beyond that, I did pick up a Mithril Guard for Presea, just so that she has that extra defense, and now that we can actually afford it. So, that's everything we're buying here. And now I can head out and forget about Altamira for now. Holy crap, we've been coming here a lot. This might seem like kind of a strange stop to make for kind of an inconsequential item, but you might want to pick up a few leather boots from High Tide and Palmacosta. We'll kind of go over why a little bit later, but just a heads up, you might want to pick some up. And now we're pretty much ready. I took care of most of the preparations I might have wanted to do. And now we're gonna stop off not at the seal itself immediately. What we want to check out is this little caravan. Now, Nova's caravan is interesting. You could have found this much earlier in the game. Like, immediately outside of Isalia early. Like, it's very early on that you can actually encounter this. Who are you? Who are you? Oh my, we don't get visitors very often. May I help you? No, we're just passing by. Are you in the middle of a pilgrimage? We are traveling while studying the animals of the world. I'm a zoologist. Really? That's a weird thing to do in these dangerous times. Slap! Ow! Traveling the world in pursuit of knowledge. That's wonderful! Ha ha ha. I just like seeing all sorts of rare animals. We even saw a giant glowing bird! Glowing bird? That may have been Aska, the summoned spirit of light. Really? That bird is a summoned spirit? I see. That would explain why it's a species I've never seen before. We're looking for the summoned spirit of light. Please tell us anything you know. Anything at all. In that case, I think it would be better to ask my children. I actually didn't get a good look at the bird. Okay, I'll try asking them. Now, if you had found this early in the game, you would kind of have to think back. Oh no, I don't actually want to leave. You would have to think back and remember this way later than you actually could have found this. It's neat in a way, but also kind of like jerkish that you would have gotten this hint so much before it's actually relevant. And by that point, it'd be like, oh, when did I see that? / where did I see that? / what did I even see? I picked nuts from the tree, and it makes a pretty sound. Could we see it? So this is a linkite nut. It really does make a pretty sound. I'll give that one to you. I have some more. Thank you very much. Okay, that's all she has to share with us. I hope you find the golden bird. Say, tell us in detail about the time you saw the glowing bird. No, it was on Osa Trail. We were camping out near the peak and then that glowing bird appeared. Osa Trail. Also, the wind was strong that day. A tree nearby played a mysterious melody as its nuts shook in the wind. It was like a beautiful song. Sounds like a club to me. Tree nuts playing a mysterious melody? What the heck is that? That's probably the linkite tree that is said to grow in high places. It's said that when the nuts shake in the wind, they make a beautiful sound, like bells. I didn't know there was a tree like that. But doesn't that mean we can meet Aska if we just follow go to the Osa Trail? No, the tree isn't there anymore. Either someone cut it down and took it away, or it was carried away in a landslide or something. Yeah, we didn't see any tree like that when we went there before. That stump we saw near the tree, the stump we saw near the peak might have been it. Yes, the stump we saw near that tree that we're looking for. We've traveled all over the world, but we've yet to see that tree again. That tree is thought to be extinct from over-harvesting and natural disasters. I don't think it'll be easy to find. And one last child to talk to. I imagine that bird can only be found among steep, impregnable mountains, ones you could never reach by foot. Why do you think that? Because we've been everywhere that one can walk to. If you could find it in one of those places, I think we would have already encountered it. I see. I'll sum up the situation in which they encountered the glowing bird. First, they encountered it on Osa Trail. This indicates that the glowing bird only appears in high places. Next, the linkite tree made a beautiful sound as if the nuts were producing a melody. Finally, on that day, there was a strong wind and the sound of the linkite nuts was carried a long distance by the wind. I think that about sums it up. They said that after traveling around the world, they went back to the Osa Trail again, but the linkite tree was already gone. And they've yet to find another linkite tree on any of their journeys. At least, there weren't any that they could get to by foot. Which means we need to search for a linkite tree in a place you can't get to on foot. Good thing we have Riards! Yeah, blah blah blah, Riards. We're sure to find one. Then what about the wind to carry the sound? Leave it to me. We have Sylph, the summoned spirit of wind on our side. But what are we going to do if the tree is dead? Could you heal it with your healing arts, Professor? We have the linkite nut we received from that child. If we accelerate its growth with an X-sphere and strengthen my healing arts with the unicorn horn, then maybe we can manage something. We may need the power of the summoned spirit of Earth as well, since we need to nourish the ground. The summoned spirit of Earth is my job. Just leave it to me. What about the X-sphere? No problem. We've got one. We got it from Dirk, if you're wondering, when we got an X-sphere. He had like a broken X-sphere in a pile of junk that he gave us when we visited. Then the only thing left is the melody. I wonder if it will make a pretty sound. That's the one thing we don't know. No problem, I can't do anything with this little nut. But as long as the revived linkite tree has big nuts on it, I can make a flute. We just need one like the one Mythos had, right? Lloyd, you can make that? I'll show you the skills my dad taught me, and we have Persea too. Yes, I will help. Okay then, let's go find a linkite tree. Fascinating! Whoa! I see now, that's impressive the way you found the rules of how it works. Would you mind taking us with you when you call forth Aska? But you won't all fit on the Riards. Don't worry about that. If that glowing bird is Aska, and I make a pact with him, then I can call him forth anytime. I'll show Aska to you myself. I see! Haha! That would be great! Please show him to me sometime. I've made note of the information you've assembled. If you want to hear it, come talk to me anytime. Okay, then let's go get started on looking for that linkite tree. So, that was one gigantic information dump about Aska. Wait, excuse me. Is there anything more that has to be said? What is it? Is that all I had to do? Okay, now can I leave? Wow, I actually had to talk to him one more time. That's a little bit weird. Alright, well, we did that. And now we can head off to... Where is it? It's down here. I know it's somewhere in this general... Oh, I see it. Never mind. Let's back up, and head off this way. Alright, so we are on the hunt for the linkite tree. And we might have passed over it a few times, but never really paid attention to it until now. The linkite tree is in the middle of this mountain range. There we go. So let's go ahead and land and check out what's here. It looks pretty shriveled to me. Yeah, this thing is pretty done. Professor, Sheena, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, anytime. Okay, Professor. Sheena, go for it. Right, stand back. Here I go. I call upon the servant of Mother Earth. What is it? Gnome, please make this ground healthy again. Okay. I like how there's just no questions asked, just like, yeah, sure, whatever. Also, I do like how we're using the summon spirits in this. I know it's a way to like kind of bar this from accessing it too early or whatever, but I do like how we're using the summon spirits that we've already collected in this project. I don't know if project is the word I should use. Unicorn horn, lend me your power. Resurrection. Wow, the linkite tree recovered. Whoa, Rain, you're fantastic. Lloyd, Presea, the rest is up to you. I understand. Lloyd. Yeah, how about these? It'll take about one night, so just wait for a little bit. Right. That was a fast night. Genus, here. Lloyd, Presea, it's perfect. Time for the last step. Genus, Sheena. Yeah, you got it. Look. So this is Aska. Who calls me? Aska, we need your power. Please form a pact with me. Pact? Where is Luna? We haven't made a pact with Luna yet, but we need you. I do not want to form a pact unless Luna is with me. Then let's form a pact with Luna. Then I shall go to Luna. Farewell. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks, Aska. Then, until that time. Sheena, was that okay? He said he'll make a pact. There's no reason to do it right now, right? Indeed. Luna and Aska are both summoned spirits of light. If Luna is performing the role as the mana link, then there is no need to attempt to force a pact with Aska here. The only thing left is to go to Luna and officially make the pact. We'll be tested by both of them at the same time. I guess it's unavoidable. Well, whatever will be, will be. Okay, let's go. Hey! It's the Legend of Zelda! I told you guys it was the Shadow Temple and not the... Well, okay, it was a Shadow Temple. Not Shadow Temple, it was the Temple of Darkness, but still. Ocarina's thumbs up, made from a hollowed linkite nut. Its sound travels long distances. Bleh, apparently ocarinas make me unable to talk. So yeah, the linkite tree is alive, and it looks like it's growing eggplants. I don't know how to feel about this eggplant tree. I'm glad we were able to revive the linkite tree. It's a pretty tree. Yeah. Kind of reminds me a little bit of a weeping willow. Alright, so we are done here, and we do have a character skit. Trust. I wonder if Luna is lonely. Why? They're both summoned spirits of light, but Aska spends his time flying around the world without returning to her. It may be because they trust each other. Trust? Yes, maybe they both understand each other, and even when they're far away, their hearts are connected. Trust, believing in one another. I will try thinking about trust. Presea is slowly learning. She'll get there. She's doing a lot better now than when we first found her, at least. So, now that we're done with that, can I just mention, super briefly, That Aska is probably the coolest cool to ever freaking cool. Oh my god, he's like a freaking sun phoenix with like a blue tail, and he's so amazingly amazing and cool, and I like him a lot. I don't know how much I can actually, how else I can actually put that. Anyway, with that, I think we are going to wrap things up here. I'm gonna go ahead and stay at an inn, actually, because we are hurting a little bit, and I think everyone can use the rest and the HP and the TP. So, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and do that off screen. But in the next episode, it's time to go and make the final pact with the Summon Spirit. I will see you guys next time. MasaeAnela out.